easy and super healthy evening snacks that will keep you away from all these many health benefits. It is a great cup brown chana for this recipe. I have already pre-soaked the chana for 6 to 7 hours, and now I'm going to transfer the soaked and washed brown chana to a pressure cooker. I'm going to pour water into it and cook for 3 to 4 whistles or until the brown chana is completely cooked. Now to a kadai, add 1 teaspoon coconut oil. Once the oil warms up, add some mustard seeds and curry leaves to it. Add some chopped green chilies followed by half finely chopped onion. Add salt to taste and cook the onions till they turn slightly brown. Once that happens, add half teaspoon hing or asafoetida and stir everything well. Add your cooked brown chana to this mixture. Mix everything well and cook for another minute. Since the brown chana is already boiled, it doesn't require much cooking at this point. Once the water has fairly dried up, turn off the flame. Add some chopped coriander leaves to the mixture, followed by my favorite ingredient, which is a tablespoon of grated coconut. Mix and your chana sundal is ready to serve. A super healthy and easy snack that has the goodness of brown chana and coconut. I personally love coconut, so I'm going to add a little extra on the top. The second recipe is an oats parfait with strawberries. Two-step recipe. The first step requires you to add 4 to 5 teaspoon rolled oats to a bowl. Add 100 gram Greek yogurt to the oats. Mix the oats and the yogurt well and refrigerate this mixture for at least 4 to 5 hours. When you are ready to eat the parfait, prep a few things. Finely chop 2 to 3 strawberries or any fruit of your choice. This recipe also works well with a banana or pomegranate or a peach. Chop a couple of de-seeded dates and also chop 2 to 3 walnuts. Now it's time to assemble the parfait. You can see that the oats have nicely softened up in the yogurt. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons milk to loosen up the mixture a little bit. You can skip the milk if you want. Arrange these bright looking strawberries on the parfait, followed by the chopped dates and the chopped walnuts. I'm also adding a teaspoon of pumpkin seeds for the extra crunch. And lastly, I'm going to drizzle a teaspoon of jaggery syrup for a little sweetness. You may add maple syrup or honey too. That's it. My super healthy, high protein and nourishing oats parfait is ready. It has a decent number of calories to fuel a workout, or it can also be had as a post-workout snack, just the way I like to have it. The third one is a sweet potato chaat. Always looking for new ways to incorporate it in my diet. Chopping 2 big sweet potatoes for this recipe. I'm going to have this snack over 2 to 3 days, so I'm making a little extra. Add the washed and chopped sweet potatoes to a pressure cooker. Add sufficient water and pressure cook for 4 to 5 whistles. When done, take the sweet potatoes out of the cooker into a bowl. Allow them to cool down before peeling them. Wash the pieces after peeling and roughly chop them into medium-sized cubes. Now it's time for plating. Place the pieces of sweet potato on a plate. Pour some thick curd or hung curd over the pieces. Sprinkle some pink salt over it, some roasted cumin powder, some amchur or dry mango powder, which helps it give the feeling of a chaat. I'm also going to add some chopped onions, some peanuts for crunch, and some pomegranate seeds, which add a lovely pop of color. Last but not the least, top it up with a teaspoon of sweet tamarind chutney. That's it. Our sweet potato chaat is ready. It is an absolute flavor bomb, sweet, salty, tangy, with an overload of nutrition and health benefits. The fourth snack is a beetroot. By washing and then peeling 2 beetroots. I'm also going to add 1 small potato to the tikki, so peeling that too. I'm now going to chop the beetroot into 8 to 10 pieces so that they cook easily, and I'm going to halve the potato. Add all of this to a pressure cooker, pour enough water to cover all the vegetables and pressure cook for 4 to 5 whistles on a medium flame. Once the peas and the potatoes are cooked, transfer to a big bowl and mash the vegetables with a masher. You can use your hands too to mash the vegetables. This is what the mashed mixture looks like. Now time to add our flavors and condiments to the mixture. You can get creative with what you want to add. I like to add the following: 1 small chopped onion, a small piece of chopped ginger, chopped coriander leaves, a handful of crushed peanuts for good fats and some crunch, some ajwain seeds, this helps with digestion, a teaspoon of amchur powder, salt to taste, and 2 tablespoons of rice flour to help with binding. Now time to mix and bring everything together. I'm going to use my hands to do this. Once the mixture is ready, this is what it looks like. I'm now going to start forming the tikkis. I have sprinkled some rice flour on the plate so that the tikkis don't stick to the plate. My first batch of tikkis are ready to be shallow fried. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon ghee to the pan and gently place my tikkis on it. After about 4 to 5 minutes, I'm going to flip the tikkis. You can see the beautiful crisp crust that has formed on them. I'm going to cook the other side for a few more minutes and turn off the gas. Time to serve these bright, colorful tikkis. I usually make extra tikkis that last me for a few days. I'm going to accompany my beetroot tikkis with a little mint garlic chutney on the side. Very happy with how this has turned out. They taste delicious and are super healthy too. The 5th recipe that I'm making today is a green garlic tofu bhurji. Start by prepping for the bhurji. Finely chop half an onion, half a tomato, and my special ingredient for this recipe, which is a stem of green garlic. If you have not watched my video on winter superfoods, please do so. You will know why I love green garlic so much, and I'm always finding ways to incorporate it in my diet. I'm using 100 grams tofu for this recipe for 2 people. I'm simply going to crumble the tofu with my hands. Onto the stove. Add 1 teaspoon oil to a kadai, add few cumin seeds to it, and add the finely chopped onions. I always add salt to the onions so that they cook faster. Once the onions appear reddish, add in the chopped tomato. Once the mixture turns slightly mushy, add the chopped green garlic. The only spice I'm adding to this recipe is a homemade garam masala that my mom makes. You can add a regular garam masala here too. Mix and allow the masala to cook for a minute and add in the crumbled tofu. Now let's bring everything together really well and turn off the gas. This tofu bhurji can be had by itself. I was in a creative mood today and I've made these mini jawar parathas. Sometimes I also have my tofu bhurji with a piece of bread. I'm going to top these mini jawar parathas with the tofu bhurji and garnish with some coriander leaves.